Have you ever felt like you've just hit a wall with your English learning? You know that feeling where you're putting in the hours, but you just don't seem to be getting any better? Well, today, we're going to talk about how to smash through that wall for good. I mean, does it feel like there's just so much to learn? You're trying to nail down grammar rules, memorize these endless vocabulary lists, understand native speakers when they talk super fast, and then you have to speak without hesitating, all at the same time. It's completely exhausting. And honestly, it's the fastest way to just give up. But what if there was a simpler way, a better way? We've gone through tons of material from top language coaches and people who've actually become fluent. And you know what? They all say pretty much the same thing. So we've boiled down all those proven methods into one powerful system. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first, let's really figure out what the problem is. Why do so many of us feel so stressed out and overwhelmed trying to learn English? The answer is probably a lot simpler than you think.
So look at this list. Grammar, vocab, listening, none of these are bad things to learn, of course not. But the real problem, the real killer, is that little phrase at the bottom, all at once. Trying to master everything at the same time is the #1 reason people get stressed out and lose their motivation. Your brain just wasn't built to focus on that many things at once. It's a recipe for disaster. So what's the solution then? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in your mindset. It's about letting go of that impossible goal of, I have to learn everything right now, and just focusing on one simple, achievable action. Just one small step. This ancient proverb is really the heart of this whole system. Seriously, forget about the giant mountain you have to climb. Just focus on the very next step in front of you. This idea pops up everywhere, from Japanese business, where they call it kaizen, to modern science on how to build good habits. It's all about small, consistent progress. And this chart just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, that's the road to burnout. We've all been there. But on the right, that's the path to actually making progress that lasts. When you focus on just one tiny task, the whole thing feels manageable. You end your day feeling like you accomplished something, not like you failed. And that feeling is what builds the confidence to keep going tomorrow. So here's the key. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a huge breakthrough every day. You just need to get 1% better. That's it. It really doesn't sound like much, I know, but those tiny daily improvements, they add up, they compound over time. And before you know it, you've made massive progress. It's the magic of just taking it one small step at a time. Okay, so now that we've got the mindset right, let's turn it into something you can actually do every day. Think of this like a short, simple workout for your English muscles. It's something you can repeat, it's super effective, and it only takes a few minutes. This is the 4-step loop we see recommended over and over again. First, you listen to a quick conversation, train your ears. Second, you just pull out a few keywords to learn, not a giant list, just a few. Third, you answer some simple questions out loud. This gets you practicing and speaking. And fourth, the most powerful step of all is shadowing. So what in the world is shadowing? It's actually really simple. You listen to someone speaking English, and you repeat what they say almost at the exact same time, like you're their echo. Now, the goal here isn't to understand every single word. It's more of a physical exercise. You are literally training your mouth, your tongue, and your brain to copy the music of English. The rhythm, the sounds, the flow. This is how you start to sound way more natural. Okay, so you've got your daily workout, but what about when you want to make your own sentences? One of the biggest problems for learners is trying to translate everything in their head from their native language. It's slow and it's clunky. So here's a simple formula to help you think directly in English. It's the classic 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Instead of trying to build a perfect, complex sentence in your head, you just answer these 5 simple questions. This gives you all the basic building blocks for your sentence directly in English so you don't get stuck translating. Let's see how it works. Say you want to talk about what you did this afternoon. Instead of freezing up, you just run through the list. Who? My team. What? A meeting. When? 2 o'clock. Where? The conference room. Why? New website. And boom, you've got all the pieces. Now saying something like, my team and I had a meeting at 2 p.m. in the conference room to talk about the new website is suddenly so much easier. And finally, let's bring this all home. If you really want to become fluent, you have to stop treating English like it's just another subject in school. You have to start making it a part of your actual life. This, right here, is the ultimate goal. The more you can surround yourself with English in your normal day-to-day life, the more natural it's all going to feel. It stops being this thing you have to do, and it starts being a tool you just use. And look, here are 5 super simple 5-minute habits you can start literally today. Switch your phone's language to English. Write just 3 sentences in a diary. Record a 1-minute voice note talking about your day. Pop on an English podcast while you're cooking or walking. Read a page from a book out loud. Every single one of these turns tiny, wasted moments in your day into powerful practice time. So it really all comes down to this. Fluency isn't some giant leap you take one day. It's about all the small, consistent steps you take every single day. Feeling overwhelmed is a choice, but so is being focused. So forget about the huge mountain you have to climb tomorrow. The only thing that really matters is the question right here. What is the one small step you're going to take today?